Alright, this is 8-2 Notes Part 2. We're going to continue along here of some information and practice a few more problems. This is a big lesson. Quite a bit of information. So adjacent arcs are arcs in a circle that have exactly one point in common. So in this picture here, we have HJ and JK. The two arcs are right next to each other. They both share J. When they share the same letter on the same circle, they're two adjacent arcs, meaning that they share the same letter. They're right next to each other. Where one arc stops, the other arc then begins. So HJ and JK, those are adjacent arcs. Okay, so arc addition postulate. The measure of an arc formed by two adjacent arcs is the sum of the measures of those two arcs. So we're just going to be adding arcs together, which we already kind of did. I have done already. I'll just have the same language as what they're presenting here. Find each measure in circle F here on the right hand side. AED. AED is this blue angle here, or this blue arc. Pardon me. If we know AFE is 63 degrees and we know EFD is 90 degrees, by the arc addition postulate we know that AED is 63 degrees plus 90 degrees, which is then 153 degrees. And that's how they get 153. And part B, they want us to find ADB. So I'm going to erase what we did here. So it's all nice and pretty. They want to find ADB. So ADB, they want to find this whole blue arc. Well, as we did before, we know the 90 and the 63, those two added together gets you 153. And we need to know, oh, pardon me, there's an easier way to do it. So that's why I did this way in the first place. So you need to find ADB. We see that BE is that purple diameter, and we know that there's 180 degrees on one side of a diameter. So that 180 degrees plus that 63s that they give us, those two added together will get us arc ADB. So we do 180 plus 63, which gets us to 243. You could practice with the two on the bottom there, playing around with arc addition postulate. Well, we already did quite a bit of that already in the past. Alright, so let's move forward here. Let's look at some problems that you're probably going to see here on your Google form. We finally got there. Find the measure. So the directions are this. Find the measure of the arc or central angle indicated. Assume that lines which appear to be diameters are actually diameters. So if it looks like a diameter, they're saying it is a diameter. So look at number one. We have WUX. WUX. Which I'm going to make it blue. So WUX is this piece of pie here. I did in blue. So W all the way to X. That's the angle we want to find. So let's put a little question mark there, because that's our question. We have to look in our circle. We have to figure out, what do we have been told already? Well, we know on one side of a circle is 180 degrees. We also know that the entire circle is 360 degrees. So we're going to use those pieces of information to get what we need. Well, V all the way down to Y, the red line that I'm making, that's the diameter of a circle. On one side of a diameter of a circle is 180 degrees. So we have that piece of information. cool. With given that piece of information and going from V to Z, that's 110 degrees, we could then find out ZY. So 180 minus 110, ZY is 70 degrees. So that's how we get ZUY. Now that we got ZUY, I'm going to delete some pieces of it. We've got our 70 there. That's this angle. Right. This piece right here is 70 degrees, based on what I just explained. We know this green piece, I'm about to make green right now, this green piece is 55 degrees. So now this is like what we did before. These three pieces added together is going to equal to 180 degrees because Z to W is also a diameter. So 180 minus 70 minus 55 will get us that blue piece. So 180 minus 70 minus 55. That will get us 55, I believe. I'll put it in the calculator. 180 minus 70 minus 55, which gets us 55. Good. I was correct in my head. C 55. Let's do another one together. Make it a little bit bigger. So our goal is to find angle LIJ. And so that'd be that guy right there. Well, they're giving us all three numbers, which is nice and pretty. So all we gotta do is add up those three numbers to find that length. So 30 plus 45 plus 60 gets us 135. So 3 is A. I'm sorry, problem number 2 is A. Looking at problem number 3. Our goal is to find TSU. So let's highlight it with our pencil. TSU. Our goal is to find that guy. Well, we know that T to W is 180 degrees. And we know that this piece is 65 and this piece is 61. So 180 minus 65 minus 61 will get us that length. So 180 minus 65 minus 61, that gets us 54. So that angle, TSU, is equal to 54 degrees, which would be D. Looking at number 4. JFK. We're looking to find this angle here. To do that, well, we see that GFJ is 180 degrees because that's a diameter. So we do 180 minus 120, which will get us 60 for that angle. Look at number 5, JIL. JIL is this arc right here. If we know that's 55 degrees and we need to find that. So we know that JM is 180 degrees. So we do 180 minus 55 minus 55. Gets us 70. So the value of X is 70. But remember, they're trying to find JKL. So what we got to do, we have to do 70 plus 55, which gets us 125, because that's what they're asking us to find. That's why we don't see 70 in our answer. Look at number 6. Let's make it bigger and prettier. Our goal is to find angle KGL. So KGL, that's this angle here. Well, we see that HK is the diameter. So we know there's 180 degrees on one side of a diameter. So we do 180 minus 70 minus 45. We get 65 for this last piece down here. Now, 45 and 65, they're the same exact angle for both diameters because we also know Li is a diameter. So we do 180 minus 45 minus 65, and we're going to get 70. So this guy's 70. Let's do another one, because I know this is somewhat new idea. CAE. Our goal is to find this one. It's nice because they give you both the numbers, so it's nice and pretty. So all we got to do is just add up these two arcs. So 110 plus 39 gets you 149 for number 7. Looking at number 8, we have angle CBD. So this is the one we need to find, that blue one. We know G to D is a diameter, so we do 180 minus 60 minus 65. Which gets you 55. So this angle right here, or that arc, is 55. We also know C to F is a diameter. So we do 180 minus 60 minus 55, and we're going to get 65. All right, number 9. We want to find TSV. So TSV, we want to find this guy. We know that there's 180 degrees on one side of the diameter, so we do 180 minus 52 minus 83. And we get 45. So this angle right here is 45. Now remember, our goal is to find TUV. So you do 45 plus 52 to get that angle. We get our answer. 45 plus 52 gets you 97. Hence why our answer is A, 97. Alright, we're getting there. Number 10, UTW. UTW. That's the angle we need to find. We know that there's 180 degrees on one side of a line, so we do 180 minus 54. We get 126. So the answer is D. Now, this is a little bit different. If an angle is given, name the arc it makes. If an arc is given, name the central angle. So we're going to practice the naming idea. So a minor arc, 2 letters. Major arc is 3 letters. So if an angle is given, we're going to name the arc it makes. And if the arc is given, the name it its central angle. So they're giving you an angle here of KQI. KQI is this guy right here. KQI. We got to name that arc. So to name that arc, the minor arc would be this guy right here. KI would be the minor arc. And the major arc would be KHI. Now, since it's giving us a central angle, it's telling us to use the minor arc because it's the smaller piece. So the answer would be DKI. That would be the minor arc. Now they're telling us major arc for WQU. So the major arc for WQU W is this blue guy. This blue one is what's being given to us. Now we got to do the central angle for it. So the central angle will be UQW. Oh, sorry, major arc for the central angle of WQU. That makes more sense. Okay. So we got to find the major arc, which is going to be WXU. Tricky wording, so it'll be B. So this is a major arc, SUT. SUT. So it's talking about this arc right here, this major arc, because it's more than 180 degrees. Our goal is to find out what the central angle is. So the angle would be SQT, because that's the central angle. I'm putting it that way. AD. A to D. Since it's two letters, I know it's a minor. So that central angle will be right here. So it'll be AQD or DQA. AQD. A. TU. TU, since it's two letters, it's a minor arc, so I got to go this way. So the central angle has to go that way. So it'll be TQU. That one will be A. Now, they're telling us find the major arc for angle EQD. So EQD. This is the central angle that they're giving us. We want to find out what is the major arc. Well, the major arc will go this way because it's bigger. It's the long path around the circle. So EFD will be one correct answer. ECD will be another correct answer. DCE is another correct answer. And DFE is another correct answer. So looking at our multiple choice, ECD, ECD, well, that's a correct answer. So it'll be A. Now they're giving us the major arc, because it's three letters, of RUT. RUT is the major arc. We got to find the central angle, which is this guy. So the central angle will be RQT or TQR, which in this case it's RQT, as far as the multiple choice. IQL, that's the arc. We got to find either the major arc or the minor arc, so IQK. IQK, that's the central angle. So this is going to be the minor arc, KI or IK. Our goal is to find the major arc given the angle, central angle of LQJ. LQJ, that's the minor arc. This is the minor arc, so the major arc is the long way around. So it'll be JIL or LIJ, or LIQ, pardon me. Nope. JIL or LIJ. So that would be A. FH, that's the minor arc. So the central angle is going to be FQH, which would be D. And the next thing we're going to be talking about is arc length. We're going to make that part 3. All right, here we go. Have a good night.